Cliff was in here telling me his plan about hiring staff. So he comes to my office and he's like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, and this is how much I'm gonna be putting out. And it's something different for him. And then I knew he was looking for reassurance. So he came and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, I think it's a good idea. And then he's like, man, I'm kind of scared. And then I was like, you should be. And then he's like, well, that's not what I was expecting. Thanks for joining us this week on the Elite Sales Podcast. I'm joined in studio this week by Clifton Henry and John Bacaron.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
So they're going to be sharing a little bit about the LA Sales Conference that's coming up. Before we get started, I wanted to share a couple of people that I wanted to recognize. We have Angel Salinas writing business for the first time, working with JP.
Congrats.
Jean-Pierre Badon.
See you out there, JP.
Peter Barella working with Jason Hodadadian.
Hey.
Nice.
And we have Jennifer Santos working with Carlos Urizar.
Killers.
So great job to all you
job,
guys for the submitting business for the first time, and this really exciting part. Anytime that we have new people that come on and have an opportunity to do what we're doing, help some families out there, and they get paid handsomely for it. It's a great feeling, because we know this is the start of a new career, start of an opportunity for people to really take not just their careers, but their lives to another level potentially, if they're willing to put in the work, follow the steps, and just go out there and see what they can do with it. The name of the game is the more people you can help, the better you do personally. So It's a win-win situation. So speaking of win-win situation and helping people out, we also have Darren White joining us out of Seminole, Oklahoma. You there, Darren?
Darren in the house.
So he's a very, very close to hitting vice president over with Family First Life Rockstars. So we've been seeing you posting. You and I have been talking. You've been busy recently.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with your deal?
So we actually hit like last week or last month for March, and so just right there being. So we and it's big numbers, like the first week in April. I think we hit for the first week. So yeah, we're expecting to hit, well over. So, you guys know, I kind of went through a little bit of rough spell and got sick right around Christmas. And during that time, it did a lot of just thinking, about what's going on. It's time to amp up everything. I've sat on this thing for a couple of years and just kind of built it slowly. But you know what? Time is money, and I figured we better get on this thing pretty quick. So I decided to amp it up, and got a pretty good lead campaign started up about 2 weeks ago, and just been busting my butt. We treat leads agent lead just like I do anything else. I work the heck out of them. I call them and I text them and I work them, and man, I just been blessed to hire on. Little over a week now, 11 new agents. And I asked them to get on the call today. They're brand new agents. Every one of them I'm fired up about. They're licensed agents already selling. Nice. And they're fired up. And we got a big Zoom training this Sunday night where we're going to be all just for my brand new agents. And so I want to introduce these guys. And if you're on there, just acknowledge it. But Jeff Dunaway from Colorado, Michael Harper from Indiana, Blasi Marquez from Florida, Eric, I'll probably blow this name, Santa Benez, I guess, from Texas, Eric S. And I love this one, Tequila, and I think Tequila's on here, Tequila Boykins from Indiana, nice. Takira Jenkins from Florida, Alicia Linder from Texas, Ryan Tepley from my home state of Oklahoma, Neela Kaufman from Oregon, Catherine Tucker. I know she's on because we just talked. I'm going to talk about Catherine in a second. And she's from Tennessee, and Stephen Hunter from Oregon. So as you can see, they're all over the country. Literally about an hour ago, so about 3 hours this morning, 3 hours ago, I got a text message from Catherine. And anyway, that she was interested in this opportunity. About an hour ago, Catherine and I had a talk, and we visited about 30 minutes on the phone. We connected. I loved everything I had to say that she had to say. She was coming from she just recently got licensed. She's from the real estate field in the past. And anyway, just recently got into the insurance business. And I think we just had a really good connection. And so literally 30 minutes ago, she joined Family First Life, and she is on our Zoom call today. So that's pretty crazy. Catherine, are you on? Can you say hi?
Yes. Hey there, everybody.
Hey, Catherine.
Welcome.
Hi.
Catherine.
This is the first time I got to meet you. So anyway,
Yes.
welcome.
It's kind of fun to get to meet right here and now.
Isn't that crazy? Crazy story. So literally an hour ago, you were just hearing about the Family First Life opportunity. And so I want you to really just soak in everything today that you're going to hear. Albert Lau is a gentleman I was telling you about, and he is my upline. And without him, I wouldn't be where I am today. He has really been influential. And for any of my new agents, I really want you to soak in what you're about to hear. Every Thursday, we do this Zoom call, and Albert brings on some of the top agents from around the country, and they share their stories. And we just learn from this. So, Catherine, it's nice meeting you. I look forward to great things. We'll see you again Sunday night. And so, Albert, it's yours, brother. This is what we do. We hire, we recruit, we train, we teach, and we teach people to do exactly what we've done. We know that we all want to be in your position. And so where you're at, executive board member, and doing $2 million a month. So that's our goal, right? So you teach us, brother. We're all yours.
I appreciate that, but I mean, that's way too much credit for me. That's actually it's all been you just putting in the work. Obviously, now you started putting in some more money into your recruiting to help you further build your team. And I mean, we know that you went through some health challenges for a little bit, and we're just joking earlier about how we're like, who's this young man on here? No, but it's great to see you doing better physically, and on top of that, I mean, like just listening to you speak, and the calls we've had recently, the talks that you and I have had recently, like it's much more exciting when you have more people to talk to. It's much more exciting when you have more people that you can share this opportunity with. And so, what made you make the decision to put more money into your recruiting, into your business like that?
Yeah. So, I've been talking about it. You've said for years, we need to be doing that. And it's one thing, but to bite the bullet and actually just do it. Right. So, we've been hiring some people, and we've done a pretty good job. And somebody was asking me, I think it was Micah the other day was asking me, Darren, how are you growing your team so fast? And I said, well, it's really just sharing the opportunity with everybody. And I tell my agents, I said, why would you keep it a secret? You've got the best opportunity in the world. This is the once in a lifetime chance for something like Family First to happen. It's the opportunity we have is just crazy. Why would you ever keep that a secret? If you love somebody and you see them struggling, why would you not give them that same opportunity to go out there and make a high comp and doing something that's easily done and anyone could do it? And so we've built our team up to now off of just our team that we built doing.
We'll catch this in post.
Sorry, guys. Not using numbers, but anyway, we built what we've done off of word of mouth, just sharing opportunities with people. But it was time to go and supersize that, right? And to do something greater. And so it was time to invest into my business. And I know the lead cost is very minimal for what I've been able to get for one of these people. Just for Catherine alone to come on board was worth that whole investment. But we 10 times that already. That's in 2 weeks. So invest in yourself, invest in your business. It's what we do. We tell people all the time, you get out of your business what you put into it. So if you want to be productive, invest in leads. If you want to be super productive, invest in more leads and diversify. Don't just get stuck on one lead, and really diversify and get out there and invest in your business, invest in yourself, and not just with leads, but invest in a good lead campaign and get out there and work, and then never keep it a secret. Tell everybody you know what you're doing, because you never know when the next Albert Lau, or John Bacaron or Clifton's going to be out there.
Or the next Darren White.
There you go, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah, I love it. And so they're out there.
Rock on, Rockstar.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, the rock stars are in the house and representing.
I love it.
We love it. So like I said, 11 new agents in the last few days, and we're just gonna every week. My goal is every week to introduce 10 new agents to you guys. So.
Well, I love it. I love it. It's really exciting to watch, and I just think things are really pointing up for you guys, and I'm just keep building those rock stars.
We will.
Sure.
Cool.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, that's exciting. You guys all recruiting your recruiting platforms, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest thing to this, when you guys are coming in as builders, initially you're just thinking, I'm running the business by myself. I'm running solo. Okay. But once you start building, you find runners with you, but you also find builders with you. Okay. And this is how Albert exploded. This is some of our business, and we continue to compound our business because now we're training, we're duplicating ourselves, and then these agents are now leaders themselves, and they're building their empire. So when you bring this on and you're bringing in 10 people at a time, think about the production value that brings, even if only half is writing, but you're adding 5 to the next month and another 5 to the next month. But once these agents are writing business and they want to build, think about how many people they'll be bringing in. So if you just maintain this space alone, plus the people that are coming in, it'll be exciting what number you'll be at by the end of the year, Darren. So just keep at it, keep working at it. It will pay in dividends for you.
Agreed.
You have a recruiting platform. You also said you recently hired some staff to help you run it too, right?
Oh yeah. So if I could piggyback, I won't take too much of you guys' time. Piggyback off of John. In the beginning, you do feel like you're running it by yourself because it truly is just you. And as you start to develop the business and recruit and bring in new blood on board, and then they start to have the same recruiting mindset as you, and they're also writing business and supporting their agents, then you start growing by multiplication. And then at that point, you can kind of see everything compounded. You guys are working as a united front, and that's what basically helped. You can say my agency grow the way it has been growing and continuously growing. And I was actually talking to Albert the other day about just trying to hire staff to basically, you can say, help me take over the whole recruiting aspect of the business, because it's like now at this point, now I have to start delegating. You can say these different jobs to basically maximize me supporting the agents that basically need me to help them build the business and so on and things like that.
Right. And no matter what you do in life, if you want to do something big, you can't do it alone.
Yeah.
You need help. You need help along the way. So, what better way than to either enlist help or hire them, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah.
It's actually funny. Cliff was in here telling me his plan about hiring staff. So he comes to my office and he's like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, and this is how much I'm gonna be putting out. And it's something different for him. And then I knew he was looking for reassurance. So he came and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, I think it's a good idea. And then he's like, man, I'm kind of scared. And then I was like, you should be. And then he's like, well, that's not what I was expecting, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I just told him that because we all should be a little bit scared when we're trying something new. If you're going beyond what you're typically accustomed to, what you've become comfortable with, because that's the only way that you can grow. You got to do something different. You got to get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So if it's a little bit scary, that's okay. I mean, the thing is, if it doesn't work out, you're not going to die from it.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
So
that's exactly what you said too.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, think about it too. Like when it's uncomfortable, it's out of your comfort zone. You're doing something right.
Yeah.
Think of it like when you work out, right? Like you've never done like a bench press. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable,
Agreed.
but you get used to it. And in this business, 150 families is the threshold, right? Because once you hit that 2 times in a row, you start getting VP bonuses, and this helps out your lead campaign.
Agreed.
So think of it as like an initial investment. They'll continue to compound for you, and it'll pay you in dividends no matter
Agreed.
what. So you got to take that jump. You got to take that leap of faith that things are going to happen for you.
Agreed.
And for all the new people that are on this call, I mean, obviously, the selling part's going to be something that we're all going to learn. We're all going to get used to and kind of get familiar with the system. If you get leads, I mean, just follow the system. You talk to people, share about what we do. It's a simple process. Not always going to be easy, but it's a simple process. But we talk about the selling part, but the building part's all about building a business, right? Yeah. So you got to go through different stages, and you level up, you get to that point, and then you take on a challenge that's bigger than you. Then you figure that part out. So Darren's doing that right now. You guys are doing that. I'm still doing it myself because I'm not comfortable with where I'm at. The thing is, I still have a lot of people that I feel responsible to that are looking to grow, and I got to continue to push. I got to continue to help more people get up to this level and beyond.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to, Darren was talking about the training that we provide, we're talking about getting uncomfortable. This is something that's coming up for all of us. We had the LA sales conference. That's Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
Because
almost the elite sales conference, right?
Almost. We're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have a lot of great people. We're gonna have Sean White coming in, Andrew Taylor, Paul McLean, Bruce Williams, Rob Kakish, Stephen Yee said
Trey,
trying to come.
Jack.
Trey, Jack,
nice,
Brittany Smart, Jason Hodadadian, Micah,
Leanne,
Micah Durkers, Leanne Flores, Casey,
Beautiful.
Trent. We got people from across the country, from Elite, coming in, and people from other agencies that we're really excited about. But we also have my 3 guests that we're going to be talking to today. Marlon, are you on here?
Marley Mar.
Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm here, guys. Sorry about that.
There he is.
What's
I
up,
don't know
Marl?
if you guys can hear me.
We can barely hear you. We can't see
my
you.
face?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We always need your face.
Can't hide that
Need
beautiful
my
face, man.
All
Come on
right,
now.
all right. Okay. What's up, boys?
All right.
Yo.
Let's go
What
to
up? What
Marlon.
up? What up?
My service might not be the best.
You on that dial up right now or what?
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm in that out public internet.
Well, I mean, we just want to have you guys on because we've talked about this LA Sales Conference, and the 3 of you are taking the lead on this thing. So I appreciate that. Number one, I'm like I've planned these before, and I don't. It's really not that hard for me because I've had experience with it. I have a staff that can help me out, but I deliberately took a step back on this one because I was like, I think it's a good challenge for you guys because it's not just the fact of going through these motions, like you're building experience that you will need when you guys get up to the next level. And you guys are all going to the next level, so it's important.
Agreed.
So how's this experience been for you guys so far? I know we're still got a lot of details to work out, but so far, how's this experience been for you, Marlon?
As far as arranging and cooperating with the whole
Planning
event,
it all out, the whole process.
well, truthfully speaking, I haven't done much. I feel, if I can be honest, I feel like what John is handling most of it, and I know that we're gonna be. I guess it feels like I haven't done much, but maybe I have. I don't know. But it's been fine. I mean, it's just it's another thing that we have to add on to our plate. It's not just sales and hiring, but also launching some events. So far, so good.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. All right, well, how about you guys?
Well, yeah. Initially, so mentally, this is how I see it. Like, what's it for? We've attended some already, right? We've been to a couple, but we took a step back. So it's not so much more of like a lot of effort for us, because really 3 main things that needs to be done. We just got to secure a location, invite everyone, and then line up the speakers. The speakers, we have plenty of speakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's not the number one concern. My biggest concern, the way I see it, is we got to do our part, not so much of running the event, but inviting everybody. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I mentioned this on my call. If we run this and everyone else in everyone else's agency, aside from Elite, joins, what do we get out of this? We sponsored it, ran it, but initially or intently, our role is to increase our volume. Our role is to increase training, production for our team. Okay. So I wouldn't mind it, but I would kind of like hate it if we only had a 25% participation or attendance of our entire team and then 75% outside.
Mhm.
Right? Because at the end of it, we could have just joined Kicks for Kids. We could have just went there, which is coming up in June 12th. Right? So the idea and my mentality to this is that we got to put a spotlight of our agents that may or may not speak in June. Secondly, it builds your what's called your social credit status in a sense. Like we're going to create a lot of good social media about you, your team, your business. This is going to expand your growth on being a leader, being influential by speaking. So this highlights a lot of agents that may or may not get to speak on the other events. So we gotta come out right. We gotta invite a lot of people that's going to be here. And then more importantly, for any new leaders or any new managers or up and coming managers, I've mentioned this on the other call. This allows you, even if, for example, Darren is in Seminole, Oklahoma. If you guys know how to recruit, you can recruit anywhere in the United States. The purpose of these conferences are for you to be able to invite anybody you may have not even met. Tell them to come in, join the Eventbrite, register. That allows us to take care of them and help recruit for you. Okay, we'll help train your agents. That's what this conference is for. So it's very important. You guys, we're putting out Sam. I just want to give a lot of credit to Sam's throwing out a lot of the materials, the flyers, but the flyers can only do so much. We need the touch base of conversations, individual text messages, individual calls for your agents that are local or are willing to fly out here for a couple of dollars on the flight to come out and show and be seen and be heard too.
Love it.
And we'll be able to help them out.
Love it. I'll be pretty brief, guys. I've been to a ton of conferences here with FFL, but I feel like the biggest thing with this conference and what sets this one apart is the fact that I'll be hosting it, and it's pretty terrifying. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I guess the best thing about this is it gives me the opportunity to step out my comfort zone and actually give me the ability to actually grow and be able to provide more to, the people that I want to support, like my agency, and also the new people that are coming in. So I took it upon myself to start inviting basically new agents, people that are interested in the business, to come see, me go up there and bomb it. Who knows? I
heard you're hosting, man.
Yeah. So it's actually an honor actually to be invited to host the event. And I'm not gonna lie, as mentioned before, I'm super terrified, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready to do it, to come out of my comfort zone and grow and be able to, to give back to a business and, a lot of people that's been here supporting me. Just basically give back and support the agency as a whole. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been doing as far as like much to plan everything because John has been killing it. Marlon has done a few things. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Sam over here. He's been killing it. They've been but we do have a lot of great speakers coming on board. You got Trent Casey. Marlon's going to be speaking. Jason, Bruce Willis. Almost bombed his name too. Bruce Willis. Bruce Williams. A ton of great speakers coming through, man. So definitely come through because there's a lot to learn. There's a lot for you to basically get your cup filled up and get poured into. So I feel like it's going to be an amazing opportunity, not just for myself, but basically for everybody that pulls up to this event. Right, we do have an elite venue being built out. Now I'm just playing. It's not elite venue. But the guys definitely come out and invite as many new agents, invite as many people to this event, because the more people that you have coming on board and understanding how great this business is and learning from these top quality people, these top people that whether it's personal producing or building an actual business and building an agency, there's a lot to be learned, and that's going to give them some good exposure. So I honestly recommend that you invite as many people as you can.
Yeah. And then you don't have to have licensed agents come out. If you're looking to
100%.
build, you want to have someone that you want to run with. Tell them to come out. Currently, right now, from the last head count, what was the number that you said? It's 102 right now. Okay,
registered so far. So if you guys haven't registered yet, please register.
Click the link. What we want to do is, the reason why we haven't gotten the venue is we're trying to figure out how many spaces we need. Do we need to space it out? So the more the merrier. Okay.
And I know Marlon, John, and Clifton all kind of alluded to the fact that they haven't really done that much yet. But that's correct, because they haven't done that much yet. There's still a lot more to be planned out for this event. So if there's anybody that wants to participate, Oh yeah, you always getting us a gold carpet for the event.
Oh, run it.
But if anyone else out there that wants to participate in this event in some capacity, if you want to help out, or you have some ideas or things you want to train or whatever it may be, reach out to your upline, reach out to one of these guys, so then they can kind of see if that's going to be something that we can work into the schedule, or anything, any help is appreciated. Any help is going to make a difference, because this is a team collaborative effort. And like me sitting back watching, I'm like, part of me is like a little bit nervous, because I'm like I already would have done all this already, but then again I'm kind of enjoying sitting back and just watching these guys operate and think about it. They'll come to me and ask questions at times, but I'm like I'm kind of sitting back watching how the teamwork unfolds, to see how they collaborate with one another, or someone's going to step up and take the lead on certain things. I mean, so it's been an interesting like sociological experiment watching.
Oh, I'm a procrastinator.
I know, because I mean, even though like they're the ones planning it, there's been times where I'm like I need to give them a kick. I'm like, all right, where we stand with this?
We're good. To me, I'm always gonna play. We're good, man. But yeah, it's been fun.
I agree. I'm actually excited, but also very, very terrified at the same time.
Yeah, but I mean, like you said you're a little terrified of emceeing and hosting the event, right?
Yeah, I've never hosted anything in my entire life. So,
but if you look at it,
I mean,
how often would you really talk? You're just introducing somebody.
Yeah.
And there you go, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
kind of jazz up the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, jazz it up a little bit. Give it some spice. Just a sprinkle.
There you go. That's it.
But see, the thing is, like, yeah, I mean, you may not be as good as you thought you were going to be, or you may not live up to your own expectations. Mm-hmm. But you could also do really well. If you don't do it, how would you ever know?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it, unless I get hit by a car or something.
Don't look for that.
I'm just playing. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking.
But it's the same for all of us in whatever capacity of this job that we do. Like whatever stage you are in your business, if you're looking to get to the next level, if you don't put yourself out there, you don't try, you don't do something different, how would you know whether or not you're good or not?
Agreed.
And the thing is, just because you went and tried something, like let's say you bombed. You're not going to bomb, but let's say you bombed when you're up there.
I'll be happy just by going up there and actually getting through it, to be honest.
Good. But see, the thing is, like, even if you did, which I'm not saying you are, but even if you did, but it's like, it also doesn't mean like you're terrible at it. It was just, you just had a bad show that time.
Yeah.
Like you just weren't that, you just didn't have any experience, or you overthought it or something.
But, Albert, yes. Did you guys go ahead and share the date and time and all that?
So May 19th.
May 19th. There's a link in the in the chat.
Right. I think we had a few people online that maybe didn't, or today. So go ahead.
Are you flying in?
Yeah, I am.
Nice.
Awesome,
my man.
Hey, put me down, man. I'll be there.
Let's put Darren down.
Okay. Would you like to speak?
You bet. Put me down.
Hey, there we go. I love it. My man.
Rockstars in the house, man. I want my song, Albert. Nickelback.
I got you. I got you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the kind of stuff that it's really enjoyable to see people step up, because like again, I mean, this has been like a really weird. Like I'm just naturally used to being very independent about a lot of stuff, right? Like I don't like to ask for help.
Yeah,
maybe it's like a deficiency in me. Maybe it's a problem I have. But like just typically I like to just get things done on my own. But to actually have to relinquish that control and just to sit back and watch, it makes me a little bit nervous, but also like it's also like really fun to watch, because I'm like, I don't want to deprive people of the opportunity for them to step up and do something different. If I'm constantly doing everything for these guys, and then it makes it difficult for them to step up and become who they should become, or who they want to be, or it stifles their ability to be able to do so. And the thing is, when it comes to building out an event like this, or just planning anything else out, I mean, yeah, we could have easily just said like, well, there's Kicks for Kids coming up in June,
right?
Like, should we do it? Should we do our own event? I'm like, why wouldn't we want to do that? Like, let's you can't have too much good information to share. You can't an opportunity for us to get together with our team and just help see if we can do anything to help them get better and make more money and protect more families and do whatever they need to do to further their business. I mean, we should always try to do that. Yeah. So I mean, and there's people that they sit back and think, oh, what, so and so is going to do it, and there's an event over there, and there's an event coming up at this time. nothing's going to get done, or you're not going to further advance your business if you continue to have that attitude. Like you can't sit back and wait for somebody else to take the lead for you. Like, we're all in control of our own lives. We're all in control of our own businesses. Like, we work together as a team, but we're all responsible for ourselves, respectively.
Yeah.
So the more that we sit back and think, it's not my responsibility. Like, I don't need to do this. And the thing is, if you're comfortable where you're at, continue to keep that attitude. But if you want to move forward, you want to do better for yourself, you want to make more money, you want to help your family, to whatever level you want to get to, then you got to always take the initiative and be okay with failing at times.
Yeah.
But just the virtue of you doing these things, it's going to take you to another level. You'll learn from that experience.
As you grow bigger, right? Like, what is the definition of an IMO? Independent marketing organization. So like, that's what I really took, I'm going to repeat this. I repeated this after I came out of convention. Dude, all these VPs and board members, are they selling anymore? No, they're marketing. They're having podcasts. They're running BDMs, which is business development meetings, and they're running sales conferences, because that expands their business. Instead of selling one agent and make a quick buck, they're recruiting a ton of agents everywhere, anywhere in the United States. And once they're plugged in, they're the ones selling. So think big, like how can we market ourselves? We're going to market the Elite brand. Yeah. We're going to market our managers. It's going to expand on us. We're going to put it in social media. All the good things that each individual speakers will say will be out there in the internet, Facebook, social media. And you can even put it into your lead recruiting platform, right? And this is what's going to grow your business. This is how we're going to get to board members from 1 million to 2 million. So instead of relying on the Kicks for Kids, we got to have that accountability. We got to take that personal accountability of, this is our business. That's why we got to run it. And it's important. That's why the number one thing for Albert, we run our businesses differently. I'm more of a procrastinator, but at the same time, maybe I feel like I see it as a simple thing, so it's not stressing me out. I can make this happen in my feelings, like within a week or 2 weeks out. So in my head, I'm like, I got plenty of time. I'm not nervous at all, because at the end of the day, once you have people coming in, dude, we could do this in the parking lot. You just need a speaker and a mic. People will listen to you if you have some content to bring up, right? But we need people to attend. So that's my number one priority. So we got to have a bigger attendance. We're at 102. It's a month away. So we need to increase that. So each individual, if you guys haven't, speak to at least 3 people to invite. Okay. So if you're a team, you have more than 10 people in your team, start contacting them. If you're a manager, you have multiple managers in your team, contact your managers to contact their downlines. If you have staff, contact your staff to contact your agents to invite them. Okay. So that's how it trickles down. That's how we're going to build our attendance, and the rest will fall in place.
Agreed.
Yeah. And we really need your help on helping promote this event. If everyone just shared a little bit with everybody, and if you guys haven't registered and you're planning on attending, please register so we can get a better accurate head count, because we still need to select a venue based off of the anticipated number of guests that we're going to be having.
Right.
Right. And yeah, I mean, and I think that's a great point about what you learned at convention. You're watching, the people at the top. I mean, they're marketing their business now, as opposed to just going out and selling. Now, let me just be very clear about that for those of you guys that are starting your business. You're newer, you need money. Don't go and just start doing podcasts, because you need to make that. The podcast alone doesn't make you money up front, or it's a process to market yourself. So always got to learn your business first. You got to know what you're going to be talking about anyway. That's the first and foremost. But you got to make sure that you put food on the table. You continue to build your business capital to be able to put that back into your business, so you can have more resources to do that. And plus, if you don't take the time to actually learn your business, I mean, how much help can you be to anybody else?
You have no content.
You have no content, or you're, or it gets really stale really quickly. Because I mean, I'm like, for us, like, we're constantly challenging ourselves to figure out, because we want to be able to add value to somebody. So we need to continue to learn and grow it in our own respective businesses too. So yeah, and it's funny, because people sometimes joke with me. They're like, "Oh, I wish I was in your position," and whatever. And I'm like, okay, so you can start paying my bills then. These are all yours. Yeah. So you got to take it step by step, and just have fun with it. Decide what you want to do. And recently, I've been talking to a lot of new agents. I've had more people putting direct to me, because like I said, I'm trying to deliberately and intentionally take a little bit of a step back from, a lot of my top managers, because, it's on them to try to figure out their business now. Not to say I'm always going to be available. I'm always going to continuously be available for whatever they need. If they reach out, I'm always available to any one of you guys out there. But, I have to allow people the opportunity to figure things out on their own, as opposed to just constantly looking over like, here, you need to do this. Here, you need to do this. And, that kind of made me think the other day, because I came in, I think on Tuesday, and then I was just in here, taking phone calls with new agents. I threw in headphones, and I started doing some. I was taking care of my plants, because I have a lot of plants in this office.
Okay.
So I started repotting a few of them. Yoel and Misha were like walking by, like, "What are you doing?" Because my hands are all up in dirt, and so I mean, they're kind of making fun of me, but they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I got to repot these plants, because like some of these the roots they're outgrowing this pot. Or, some of them are unhealthy. And that's the thing, like you have to, and I know this is all like a very nerdy thing.
Yeah.
Gardening and plants and all this stuff, real masculine.
There's a life lesson in this.
There is. But I was doing all this while I was on the phone with these agents. And as I'm doing it, I'm also thinking to myself, I'm like, there's this weird like symmetry to this whole process. Like I have plants, which I love. I love having a bunch in my office. Like it just makes me feel better, and like that, it improves air quality, all this other stuff, bunch of nerdy stuff. But as I'm doing it, I'm just like, I really want to put care into this, because I want my plant to grow bigger. I want it to be healthier. So like, if I shortcut things, if I don't use the right materials and I don't do whatever, then it ruins, it lessens the viability of that plant to thrive. And then there's also certain plants, like you get to a certain point, like they outgrow that pot, and like you need to repot it into a bigger pot. So I mean, that's also very like analogous to how new agents are, or even agents that have been around for a while, because it put me into a state of mind. I'm talking to all these new agents, but I actually should talk to some of the agents that have already been around. Yeah. That may be struggling a little bit, or maybe they've been doing well, but then they don't know exactly where to take it to the next level. So the more care that you put into a plant or an agent, the thing is, you give it an opportunity for them to discover something new, to grow into something different, because we all go through our different stages. And I've talked about this plenty of times, like every 7 years, like all of our cells can entirely regenerate. Yeah. And then they completely replace what we previously had. And the thing is, you're essentially a brand new person. Your entire cellular composition is something brand new. And then if you're a brand new person, the thing is, you should be evolving. If you still think the same way, still act the same way, the thing is, you're not really growing. Like, you're getting older, and we're all approaching the end of our lives at some point. But the thing is, if you're not evolving and taking all that change and actually doing something better for yourself and better for your family, it's kind of a wasted opportunity.
True.
So I mean, that really made me think as I was going through, and I was having fun with it too. I mean, I enjoyed that whole gardening process, but I also looked at all the sick plants I have, and part of me was thinking, I just want to throw them out. I'm just go get a new one.
Some plants are dying.
So but then I'm like, I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. I'm gonna try to nurse them back to health, and like see if I can get them to thrive again, because a few of them need a little bit of help, and neglected a few of them. So I mean, that's and I was like, I'm not gonna let my agents die like that either. So I got
some TLC.
So we're all this long nerdy talk to just say, there's the more that you cultivate, the more that you put into something, the more you'll get out of it. And like it really like helped me see things in a different light, because I'm like, as much as I love my plants, I love my agents even more. Yeah. And they have so much more value to be able to offer, and they may be stuck in a certain position, but they can still grow a lot. Yeah. So I mean, I got you into plants recently too.
Oh yeah, man. I got a whole jungle at the crib right now, man. It's really nice. I love plants. Just the way, I guess it makes the environment look, and also makes me feel like I'm at home. Jamaica's a real tropical place, so yeah, Albert kind of got me addicted to plants now.
Yeah, and that's also been the beauty of FFL. I mean, I started gardening like a while back, but then since I started building the agency, like I haven't had very much time, so I haven't really been able to get into it. But like around the office, I started, like, as I started making a little bit more money, as we started growing, I was like, I'm gonna invest a little bit into plants, because it makes me happy. It makes me makes me enjoy coming into the place where I work.
Do you talk to your plants?
I'm not crazy.
There's
Well,
vibrations and frequency, man. You can talk to your plants; they grow better.
Actually,
Well, I'm in here talking. I don't know. They can feel the vibration.
Grow plant. Hey, but sometimes analogous to an agent, you can kill a plant by overwatering them, right?
yeah,
You got to let them still, let them just absorb sunlight. Certain office plants, as soon as you buy them from a store, you're not supposed to keep moving them around. You just move them in one place and leave it there to let it readjust to the sunlight, the exposure. The plants move towards the space of the sunlight, all these things. So if you keep moving a plant around, aka micromanaging them, sometimes they die out too.
Yeah.
So you can't overwater, you can't micromanage. Sometimes you got to just let the plant stay still and grow, but be there for them.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta kind of leave it alone, or just
like
check
that.
on it from time to time, right?
Do you yell at your plants? I'm just kidding.
I don't even yell at my agents. But yeah, I mean, there's that the whole symmetry to it. So the thing is, if you guys take pride in something that you do, I mean, just think about how much you love whatever you're passionate about, and then just like apply the same thing to your business. It doesn't mean it's always going to be great. Doesn't mean it's always going to work out the way that you anticipate, but the more care that you put into something, and you got to water it, you got to there's the science behind it. You got to research about it. You got to figure out how to better treat it and to get better results.
Agreed.
So, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Because
hey man, I know a little bit about plants too. They're seasonals. Sometimes they're good in winter. Sometimes they're good in the summer. Depends on when they bloom.
Yeah, and that's the thing that not every plant can survive in certain conditions, right? So the thing is, you have to try to understand, just like you do with people, understand like where they're going to do their best.
Sometimes you have bad seeds. Sometimes you have good, quick, fruitful seeds, right? Just making jokes. I'm just making jokes. I'm just saying some agents like go right away. Just plant them. They're taking off. Sometimes they come with some drama.
Got it.
Bad seeds.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So just kind of keep that perspective with you guys as you guys carry on with the rest of your day, as you continue to move forward with your agencies or with your own respective individual business. It's all a process, just keep watering that plant. Just keep finding out the right conditions to be able to help it thrive, and just do what you can. And then if you need help, reach out for help. So anything else you guys wanted to share with the group?
The grass is always greener where you water it.
What he said. And I guess to sign off, I feel like the reason why I feel like the elite conference is really going to be dope is because we have a lot of great people, and it's going to give us the opportunity to actually walk into our greatness. So there's obviously a lot of great speakers out there that's already on the panel. And if you guys want to, take part, just reach out. You got to reach out to Sam, and we'll see what we can go ahead and do. But as mentioned before, man, just step into your greatness and be elite.
That's right. A lot of that greatness is going to come from you guys supplying that energy, and just bringing yourselves eager to learn, eager to contribute, whatever manner that happens to be. So
yeah,
looking forward to the event. I appreciate Darren, you coming on, and Marlon, I appreciate you coming on. We'll have you in studio again soon. Looking forward to seeing all you guys May 19th at the LA Sales Conference for those that are able to attend. But let's go out there and continue to do better for ourselves, continue to do better for the people out around us, and just go out there and make it productive. Let's go be elite, guys.
Let's go.
Guys.
Later, y'all.